So I'm gonna try to catch Harrison without him knowing, because every time I pull the camera out, he like just stares at the camera. But he just noticed his feet. It's the cutest thing. I'll show you. What are you doing? So after the most stressful thing with searching for apartments, we finally found an apartment that we both really love, and we decided on it, and then they decided to raise the rent on us. It's like a whole thing, and it's so frustrating. And so then we took like another week to decide. Still gonna take it, and so then we told them we were gonna take it. We set up an appointment for today in like an hour to do like the key taking over and like sign the contracts and stuff. And then they sent us a 17-page contract before we were, like the night before, so last night, and they put in like some things that don't really make sense, and so Remo wrote them back and was like, yeah, I don't agree with like these two things. And then the lady was like keeps writing back and like not addressing anything. And so anyways, I'm just sitting here. So Remo's like, dad is gonna take me to the new apartment. We're literally just waiting to see if we're still gonna go. What? And it's taken us like 4 months to look for an apartment. In like less than a second, you guys will find out if we're going, but I have to wait. So we have officially landed an apartment, but it is completely bare. So we have a lot to get because we have no furniture. Harrison's stoked about it.
Hey, Harrison, das ist nicht dran, ey. Gleich fahren wir Auto. Gleich fahren wir Auto, ja?
Ja. So I haven't quite updated you on Harrison's food journey. It took him about 4 days or so to decide that he liked to eat the sweet potatoes. Probably just because it was so new. And then after about a week, we switched to pears, and this is like the second or third day on pears, and he loves the pears. So we haven't figured out the straps. I don't know if I said that the straps on this stroller were cut off before it was sold to us, and they didn't tell us. But we figured out this like sleeping sack, and I hope it's not too windy. It's like 35 degrees outside, which is really cold, and Fahrenheit. So I bundled up little Harrison. He's so cute. Hello, Harrison. And it's working pretty well. The sleep sack isn't going anywhere. I was worried because he hated the stroller before, but I always like, in this thing you can lay them down all the way, and I always did that because we didn't have any straps to like strap him in, so if he wanted to lean forward he could like lean forward. And I think that was a problem because he likes to see out, and he couldn't see out. He was like laying down and he could only see up at me, which he liked for a little bit, and then he was like, yeah, I want to see out. And now that he can see out, he like is really quiet in there and just like loves to just sit there. He like literally doesn't make a peep. His like little hat thing went down over his eyes. I didn't even realize it because he was just sitting there, and I pulled it back up and he like, it was like he didn't even care. I found these cute little gloves and like some stuff that we got from relatives for babies, and they're big for him, but they cover his hands, so that's all that matters. But yeah, it's really cute, and this view is really nice. We'll be missing walking through the quiet streets. That's one thing I like about living here. Pretty soon we're going to be walking. Is that it is T-minus 2 days until we move. I'm surrounded by boxes, as you can tell. Boxes everywhere. Lovely. You'd think I'd be a pro at this by now, but I'm not. I'm just trying to do it while he is content. Are you content? One thing that's really different here about getting apartments, at least in northern Germany, is that a lot of apartments don't come with a kitchen. So it just comes with like the hookups for a kitchen, and then you can like either buy a kitchen off of the previous renters or buy your own kitchen, or you can rent kitchens, but you have to have someone come and install it. And some apartments do come with kitchens. In fact, our old apartment did. But that's one thing that our new apartment does not have, is a kitchen, because the old renters want to take theirs. And we still haven't found one that really works for us. Like, our apartment used to be offices, and so it wasn't like built for a kitchen, if that makes sense. And so like the shape is really weird, and a lot of kitchens are very expensive. And not only that, but it's very expensive to have someone come in and like put it in, especially for older buildings, because like they just don't know how complicated it's gonna be with like the hookups and everything, blah blah blah. But every time I tell anyone from the US, like my parents, like they have a hard time grasping the idea, the concept that you have to get your own kitchen and build it in. So then I thought it would be kind of interesting to show it on here, just because it is new. It's new for me too. Like, I'm like, what? When I get to the apartment, I'll show like how the kitchen is now, and then hopefully we'll get one very soon, because you can only live so long without one, let's be real. Remo has stayed over at the apartment a few nights, as we got the keys already. I showed that. He's just setting things up. We got like a big closet, wardrobe I guess it's called in English, and he stayed and set that up, and his dad came and helped him, which was nice.
Well, it's Saturday morning and we're about to move to Oldenburg finally. I'm really happy because I'm gonna be so close to the university now, and yeah, I won't have to travel 3 hours a day just to go back and forth, so that's awesome. I was busy the last few days, just doing different things for the apartment and studying, so Bree packed the whole house up.
Yeah, and I don't know, I'm not 100% ready, so I'm a little bit stressed.
Well, after my book it's 100% ready. Brianna thinks that she can prevent there being like some miscellaneous stuff lying around the apartment at the end. She thinks she can clean it all up. And I'm like,
I can clean it up, and Remo's like, don't worry about that. I'm like, okay.
Is that how I speak? Don't worry about that.
Moving day. You'd think we'd be pros by now.
Yeah.
We have packed up the house for the most part, and Remo is now heading to the new apartment with the big mover truck. It's not as big as our last one, and there's like 2 sofas in there, and so it filled up pretty quick actually. So we actually have a whole nother round of stuff. Actually not that much. The biggest thing is this exercise bike, and so anyways, it's not going to fit a regular car, so it's kind of annoying, but we're going to have to drive it all the way back. So I'm here with this little guy. Hello. Are you ready to go live in a new apartment? Hopefully this one for a lot longer. So Hairspin's been rolling over quite a bit now. Almost every time I put him down, he rolls over. He doesn't like to roll over from his stomach to his back though. But yeah, he's doing pretty good. My little bear.
Okay, I hope I'm in focus. I'm carrying too much stuff right now, so we're about to leave. Going to the next place. So the rest of our stuff. Okay, babe, here's the rest of the stuff. Can I just give it to you?
Yeah.
And here's the camera.
You ready? Huh? see the snow. It's your first time.
He is excited.
To see. That's so exciting.
Come here, little man. Kleiner Mann, du.
It is Sunday night. It's the night before Rima goes back to school, and we have to take advantage of him being home. So we're gonna go to the Christmas market. It's the weekend before Christmas, right? Isn't that crazy?
It's the weekend before Christmas already?
I'm a little worried because it's actually snowing today. I already showed that. And it's really cold, and our apartment's a mess, I know. So we're bundling Harrison up, and I really just hope it's not too cold for him. But luckily we live close to the city, yay, so that we can come back whenever we want. So we just went through the whole Christmas market. It's insanely huge. I don't even know if we hit the whole thing.
Yeah, it was surprisingly big.
There's so many people here. I felt like a herd of we were a herd of sheep. Like every second of people running through.
Yeah, I mean Lüneburg is like famous because of the old Rathaus and then the Christmas market in front of it.
Yeah.
But they have a Schloss here and a much bigger Christmas market.
Yeah, they have like a huge castle and like yeah, some of the little stations are really cool. But I always forget how warm it is in the middle of the Christmas market because of all the people and stuff, and then you walk outside and it's like freezing, right?
Yeah, it really is.
We're on our way home and probably be back again, right? One time maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe next weekend. We'll see.
But that was our first time in the city. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, first time in the city and we saw it with a huge Christmas market.